Here are note cards I'll be using for today's speech. Welcome, class. My name is Antonio McLean, and I want to thank you guys for coming out. In today's topic, I want to talk about the importance of military education. For most people, they join at 18 years old, so they pretty much come straight from high school and they don't get the chance to go to college. And I want to talk to you today about the importance of furthering your education, especially in the military, because we all know that the military is not for everyone, and one day your time will come to an end, and what you do after that will determine how your lifestyle will be. And education nowadays is very important. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and get right into why education is important, especially for military personnel. So, the Department of Veteran Affairs taxpayers have invested about 53 million for over 1.4 million active duty service members, veterans, and families to use their college funds via the GI Bill, which is money the Army gives you to go to school. Out of those, about 1 million active duty soldiers have some college, which is about 77%. About 170,000 active duty soldiers have a bachelor's, which is about 13%, and about 107,000 active duty service members only have advanced degrees, which is about 8%. Now, with these numbers, you can obviously tell that a lot of service members don't go to school during their military careers, or they enter with no college education from the start. Moving on to my next point, being enlisted versus officers. Most enlisted soldiers join when they're 18. There's no college education required to join. You pretty much can just go to your local MEP station, and you can, as long as you meet the requirements, you can enlist right into the Army. But most of the officers, as it is a requirement for them to join the Army, they need at least a bachelor's degree to join the military. And the majority of the enlisted active duty members only have a high school diploma and a GED. And you can also find more about those statistics at www.ascend.edu.news. Also, so about 42% of officers have a bachelor's degree, which is about 100,000 or so officers, and about 41% of active duty officers have an advanced degree, which is about 98,000 soldiers. So amongst the enlisted officers come in with college degrees. Some have advanced college degrees, maybe masters or doctorates. They might be working in the medical field more than likely if they have those higher advanced degrees. But this is important because enlisted soldiers need to be aware that they need to take advantage of this free college while they can, because like myself, I'm currently in the process of getting out of the Army. I did, however, get a chance to get an associate's out of my time serving. And now I'm also going for my bachelor's, because I know that I can't do the things that I want to do without a college degree, and neither can anyone else. Moving on to my next point, amongst the military in 2016, approximately 453,000 veterans are unemployed. And this goes back to having that college degree. Jobs are limited because as time has advanced on, a lot more jobs require more college education. It can be for the simplest jobs now, you at least need a bachelor's. So with the unemployed veterans, about 60% of the veterans were 45 years and over. And those probably are going to be your retired military veterans that have retired out of the military. But out of those, how many of them actually have degrees? I wasn't able to find that statistic, but it's just to give you a thought. 36% were 25 to 44, and about 4% were 18 to 24. And the part that I really want to stress is the age 18 to 24, these guys are the ones that pretty much did 3 to 4 years in the military service and got out. Now, during that time, you probably had a deployment or you had a lot of field time. So that's almost not enough time to complete 2 years worth of college courses. So this is why it's important that if you're going to join the military, I suggest that you at least try to go to school before, and then you join the military and maybe become an officer if you want. But these guys are not really taking advantage of the college while they have the free college. And you can find more information about those statistics at http /download.military.onesource@/demographics. Moving on to my next point is how to set up your education while you're in the military, which is very easy. If you're E4 and below, you must have your commander's signature so that you can be able to apply for your classes. Also, if you're E5 and above, only thing you have to do is create an GoArmyEd account, which you can do that at www.goarmyed.com. Create your account, register, and then you can print that form for your commanders, and you can sign it yourself if you are at E5 and above. And once you do that, you turn that in, and you go to whatever duty station you're at. You go to your education center, and you pretty much just speak with the counselor. There's different schools that they offer on different military installations, and you can speak with the counselor and enroll in whatever college you want, and they will help you set up your classes from there. And once you set up your GoArmyEd account, you'll be able to pick your classes, which the typical class costs, the online course costs about $750, which the Army gives you about $1,500 per semester. And also, you can set up financial aid, and you can have both financial aid and you can have your tuition assistance through the Army, and that way you can have your financial aid pay for your classes and your tuition assistance pay for your classes and financial aid pay for your books. Also, your family can also benefit from you if you serve enough time, which is the minimum requirement is 6 years, and you can have your family, you can transfer your GI Bill, which is the allotted money that the government gives you, and you can transfer that to your family members, your spouse, or your children. And in conclusion, I'll just say that military members need to take advantage. The money's there. Taxpayers have invested a lot of money so that family members, veterans, and soldiers can go to school free of charge. And this is only to help them in the long run because, like I said in the beginning, no one knows where the military life is going to take you. You may be forced to get out by med board. You never know. So education is very important. And that's it.
That was 8 minutes. And that actually changed. It's not 6 anymore.